Hey guys, what's going on? I came across another indicator system. You guys are probably tired of indicators now that have been going on and on about Lux Algo and then Algo Pro for so long. Algo Pro is still my favorite, so there'll be a link in the description below to check out Algo Pro. It's had some fantastic feedback on my Facebook polls. I'll put a link to that as well. You can go and see what other people are saying because sometimes it's hard to believe just like one person. Sometimes one person's experience may be like out of the norm and they might love it and everybody else hates it, or so it's always good to get everybody's opinion on these things. So it's cool that we have the Facebook group to run everything by, to see what other people have to say. And so far it's 100% on the poll. If people find it useful and helpful and are enjoying using Algo Pro. So why would I try a different one? Well, because that's what I do. I test things and I test and I review. And one thing that caught my attention just a few days ago was QuantVue. So it was a Facebook ad, at least I think it was, and it said what you're seeing on the screen right now: the world's first prop-focused TradingView system, professional TradingView indicators, automation, and expert trading. And I sat there and I was like, looking at this line right here, it's in smaller font above the main headline, but it said pass your challenge, get funded, stay profitable. So it's pretty clear that this indicator system and program and Discord is really focused on helping this really popular trend now of basically trying to get funded futures accounts. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically where a company like Apex, there's lots of them, but one of the best known ones is called Apex, gives you access to free capital essentially. And the idea is that if you can trade profitably, following their certain guidelines and strict rules and things, then you can get access to, first of all, you start with a paper account, and then you get access to an actual funded account. I'm not a huge fan of them so far. I've tried it a bit. I did get a funded account, but I was unable to meet the requirements to consistently get enough to the point where they would actually pay out, which was really frustrating because the rules are so stringent that, and if you've tried it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's very difficult to be consistent enough and take low enough risk to pass their requirements. You can be a profitable trader, but your style might not fit what they want, and it almost certainly won't. It's very difficult. In fact, you only see vague claims of people consistently making money with these funded accounts. So I was thinking if this is something like Algo Pro, where it's as profitable and as consistent, but specifically for funded futures or just futures trading in general, this could be something that I'm really interested in. So looked through it, looked down through here, and had a quick listen to this video. And so I'll let you guys check this out. I'll put a link in the description below. Go and check this out. This is why I joined up, and that's what this video is going to be about. It's called the Q line indicator, and the billet is prop challenge indicator, prop firm. So that's for these like funded accounts. So yeah, I actually talked to this guy yesterday. He seemed really nice, really helpful. I explained a few things that I'll talk about in this video. Yeah, so this one is the one I started with, and it is the cheapest package, which I think is $47 a month. I actually went with the most expensive package, which I'll show you in a minute. This thing looks quite funky. I haven't reviewed it yet. It'll probably be my next video. I'm going to focus on the Q line in this video, but apparently this one is something that the prop firm, not the prop firms, the institutions that these guys work for or with in some sort of collaboration, which I'm still trying to figure out. use a lot, as well as the Q line. So I'm excited to check out this Moneyball one as well. It's important to know, is this really a futures trading thing? But there is Forex and crypto as well. Everything is able to be automated though, so you can automate all the future stuff. And obviously the Forex and crypto, there's lots of different ways, but they have a really good automation system figured out for all three of those. But really there isn't much talk about equities or indices or anything in any of the videos and any of, so it's definitely not, you can still use it on stocks and things and we can look at that, but it's definitely futures oriented. I think that's really huge. So I don't think he has much more to say here. I wanted to show you that that is one of the big things. So if you click the link in the description below, it'll take you straight to the page that gives you a free trial for 7 days. That's actually pretty unusual, especially with these indicator packages. Usually you really have to buy, no free trial. And so that was something that did attract me to this, is that you can do a 7-day free trial, even for their top tier system, which is the most expensive one, which is, I wonder where their actual sales part is here. This is all just testimonials. Here we go. So it's not that expensive. It's $87 a month. So this is the one that I'm trying out right now. That's because I basically get everything, including that Moneyball indicator. But if you just want the Q line indicator, which is this prop firm thing for funded accounts, it's $76 a month or $47 for the basic overlays. I'll do the basic overlays in another video, just because it's not that much different from Algo Pro and Lux Algo and all these other ones. There's nothing really that fantastically new that I found yet about this, but it's worth covering and showing you guys what it's about. What I really want to show you today is the Q line. So let's go over to the Q line indicator right here. Now what's cool here is this is in real time, so I'm looking at the E-mini, so MES, on the futures, and this is a 1 second chart, so I did upgrade my trading view here to be able to cope with it. And this is what they recommend for funded trading challenges, is to use this Q line indicator, which is the blue thing, but basically use the signals and a little bit of your own knowledge in order to be able to take these trades. So the cool thing is, a lot of the time with these videos, I'm only able to show past signals, and people always get some email or some guy going, they just put those signals on there in the past and you're just showing that. That's not real. Show it in live in real time. And so that's hard. Even on the 1 minute chart, it's hard. But on a 1 second chart, you can sometimes get these signals. So at the moment, we're in a bull signal here that's working really well. If you look at the time axis, this is 1 minute. So a 1 minute candle would just be between here and here. So you can see how quick this actually would go. So we went from bull here at 11:54 to bear at 11:57. So, and this was very fast. So here we go. So here's a bear signal printing in real time. So let's see if this sells off or whatnot. And the cool thing is, they give videos on how to avoid the false signals. So they give a lot of training on how to do that. So it's about an hour's worth on the Q line stuff, but they also have more training on how to combine other things like M patterns and W patterns with the signals so that you don't end up getting in on like this fake out here, for example. So far, this bear signal, this has only been like, the crazy thing is it looks like, oh, so it's already switched to a bull signal straight away. So far kind of choppy on MES at the moment. Let's see if this can break out. So my guess would be that you'd want to jump in on this if this breaks out of this consolidation period, right? So if this starts to break out, then jump on it, you know, don't just jump on the signal straight away. So we'll see if it can, or if it's just going to chop sideways. Just kind of look at that. You can look back here. There's been some good signals, some really short-lived signals. This distance is only like 1 minute, not even that. Let's see how we're doing over here. Okay, so we are breaking out above this consolidation here, so this bull signal might be in play. We'll see. Anything can happen. Or it could just flop. Oh, back to bear. So yeah. So the head trader is called Christopher. I talked to the CEO, and he was pointing out that Christopher's had 20 years of institutional trading experience. And this is the settings that he likes, but he does combine them. So he wouldn't jump on a lot of these signals, and he explains that, like I said, in his training course in here. So that was kind of cool. So he would be like, well, not jumping on that, not jumping on that. So it's like he teaches you how to trade alongside the signals as well. So for example, if this was like a W pattern and there was a bull signal here, you'd jump on that and write it up. But so far, we're kind of flat, so we're getting signals, but it's just kind of choppy, at least on MES. I'm going to give it a little bit more time and see what else appears. But yeah, I wanted to make it clear that the free trial makes it really worth just trying out. Just come and try. It takes a lot of work. This is not easy. There's a lot of things here, and you've really got to try and go through this in the Discord to try and figure out whether it's going to be worth it for you. Looks like the signal's failing miserably. And that is a problem I'm starting to have with the system as a whole, is I've not been able to see it as being better than Algo Pro. Just because it's on a faster time frame doesn't mean, you know, necessarily that things are going to be, you know, more profitable. So let's see, there was some decent profit wins. Top step this guy's using to try and pass, so he's making money with that. It's nice to see this is the CEO and founder. He's posting his results. You never really see that in a lot of indicator chat rooms and things, so it's kind of cool. He's a good guy. He basically told me the big difference between this one that we're looking at here and the other ones that are on the market is that it's institutional backed. So these strategies are used by some mystery institution, and of course anybody can say anything. They're backed and used by this institution, and they have been for a long time, and they're automated and everything. So I kind of got to be like, okay, it sounds good. But you can see today, for example, most of these signals are pretty bad. I mean, pretty bad on this one. Let's switch to a different futures ticker. See if we're getting anything better on oil, for example, I was looking at earlier. Good oil futures. So you can see what we've had, kind of a faked out bull, bear. Let's see what happens here. Curious to see. Just from a trading point of view, let's zoom out and see if there's anything obvious that sticks out here. I mean, could be head and shoulders type of pattern. Let's see. Again, this is still on the 1 second, which is crazy. You don't have to do it on the 1 second. It's just what Christopher, the head trader guy, recommends. You could try it on like the 5 second or something. Just, it's very choppy. Just very like difficult to catch the one that really takes off at the moment. So yeah, so far not super impressed. Let's see, 5 seconds. It seems to be a bit better. I'm getting the longer signals here, a little bit of a fake out, a little bit of a bull signal here. So not too bad, bit of chop though. So I guess the idea is that maybe they're supposed to be more accurate because they're using 1 second data. I don't know. So far I'm not, it's not that I'm not impressed, I'm just not convinced that it does a better job than Algo Pro. Might be biased, but let's see what else do I want to say. So yeah, I talked to the owner, this guy, or founder, and he was really good. He was like saying that basically he would never put down any of the other systems out there, but none of them have institutional traders. But is there really an advantage to institutional traders? It's, you know, it sounds impressive. You assume they make money, but not necessarily. So anyway, I think that's about it for my first introduction on this. I think looking like here we've got a bull signal that did actually start to take off. So it's starting to, you know, rip. But really, that you've got to follow all the training to figure out which signals you would take, which ones you wouldn't, which is a good thing and a bad thing. People like plug and play more. I get it, but also like, basically, you know, how would you? Yeah, I guess one of the first trainings I watched was you have to take stabs at these things. So you take a stab at this one, break even. Take a stab at this one, break even. Take a stab at this one. Make a tiny bit, maybe lose a bit here. Well, not lose a bit. You go long here, and you'd be letting this thing run. It's all about that management, though, right? You've got to let this one actually run up and know when to take profits. So you've got to actually be able to trade and not just follow the signals. So for me, obviously, like this level here would be the target, right? Like where my line is, because that was the recent high. So I'd definitely be trimming there. And it wouldn't be too surprising to see it have a turnaround and drop and have a bear signal at this point. Just because we reached that recent simple thing such as that. You can add, you know, market flow orders and all this to these things as well and make it as complicated as you like. But this is, you know, even though I'm a little bit hesitant here and a little bit negative on this so far, I've been known to change with more time and more experience testing this out. So I highly encourage you to click on the link below, sign up for the free trial and give it a shot. It's free. And you might find that you absolutely love the Q line or Q wave or one of the other Q ball things or whatever on one of the really fast time frames. And I think you can get a trial for the shorter time frames as well on TradingView. You might really love it and be like, wow, this is the best. This is what I'm going to use to do my funded future stuff. For me, not convinced just yet. I like the guy involved. I like the Discord. I like how they have different things like breaking news and profits and wins and training stuff. They have chart layouts that you can basically copy paste, which is cool. You can like click on this one if you want to just do like NQ. You can just click on this one. We can have a quick look at NQ if you want. This trade hasn't finished yet, but let's just have a look and see how NQ is performing on here. What did I do? What did I do? There we go. So yeah, bear signal. Let's see. So it looks a bit better so far. Still in the 1 second. Seems a little bit smoother. Sorry, I'll zoom out and make it a bit easier. Wait, hit this. And this. Yeah. This looks a little bit better. I think there's a bit of chop here. taking stabs at these, but this was a huge run and a little bit of a break-even loss here, and then another decent run up here. So maybe NQ today is one of the ones to I've been focusing on. Bear, bull, yeah. Nice bear run, nice bull run. It seems like it would be like a lot of trades, unless of course you come up with a system that rules out a whole bunch like of particular things. Like you have one thing that the top guy Christopher was doing was he was having like sweep orders, so he'd mark where there'd been big sweep orders before, really just support and resistance from institutions. And I guess because apparently he works with an institution, or did, he kind of knows their game. So yeah, of course, who knows. Anyway, hopefully that's helpful, getting an inside view of this. I encourage you to go and look for yourself though and see what you think, because this is definitely a little different from the other indicator systems out there. Alright, hopefully that's helpful, and I'll talk to you guys soon.